going on, guys? Chaseontwowheels here for a video that's been a long time coming. Now, I'm going to give all you guys a question, and I want you to answer me in the comments. What is the absolute first item anyone should get to modify their motorcycle with? I'll give you 2 seconds. Yes, a Fender Eliminator kit. Ladies and gentlemen, today, the MT10 is in the shop to get rid of this giant hunk of crap. If you guys have had any motorcycle before, or you know anything about the motorcycle market, you know that bikes look like crap with the stock fender on it. Let me show you. Here's a stock MT07. Look at that. Disgusting. Nobody wants this giant thing hanging off the back of your bike. I will say, the MT10 is not that bad, but we recently got something in the mail from our buddies over at Revzilla. Competition Works Fender Eliminator Kit for a 2019 Yamaha MT10. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be installing that today. Now, you guys typically know that we're filming stuff over there, but as you guys can see, there is an entire engine taken apart and in the process of being put back together. We are working on a really freaking cool episode of Wreck Bike Rebuild Garage. If you guys want to check it out, I highly recommend it. By the time you're seeing this, the engine rebuild video might be back together. We're actually doing an entire video on taking an engine from literal pieces and putting it into that thing. So, should be a pretty cool episode. We'll have a link down below. If you guys don't know what Wreck Bike Rebuild is, we basically build motorcycles and give them away over on Wreck Bike Rebuild Garage. So, top link down below. Down below. Down below. All right, guys, so Brian's area, Brian's in Hawaii, so we're just gonna use his space for this video. Let's get this thing on here. Hopefully there's instructions in there because I'm left to my own devices, and we'll see how this thing goes. You guys ready to install a Fender Eliminator kit? Lord knows I am, because I want that motorcycle looking fire. We got a lot of stuff coming in for the MT10. I know you guys have been asking, like, Chase, you've had the MT10 for a while. Why ain't you doing nothing to it? Trust me, it's coming. Let's get this thing lifted up and figure out what the hell we gotta do. How many of you MT10 people out there cannot stand how Yamaha did the seat removal thing? Everybody else? Cool, just double checking. Alrighty guys, so like I said, Competition Works. I'll have a link if you guys are curious of which one of these I got. Look, does that not look like an Oakley symbol? Kind of looks like a C actually when looking on the camera. So inside of here we have bag o' bolts, decals, looks like a light, and boom, check that out. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. This is all that's gonna be on the back of the bike. That's gonna be sick. Sweet, we got instructions. We should not have a problem today. All right, so since reading instructions is boring, I'm just gonna take you guys through this entire process of how to install this thing. Guys, look at this. Step 1, what did I tell you? Remove the seat. Yamaha, the next MT10 you make, please make the seat removal a little nicer instead of that stupid way you have to do it right now. All right, so since we already got step 1 done, step 2, remove side panels. Now guys, if you're doing this, your situation is going to be a little different because I have these little luggage racks. That's why I have this rod here. So we got to figure out how to get these off now. Oh man, this is not going to be fun. The job currently is to remove this side panel, right? We've got everything removed, but because I have the luggage rack, I have a hole. I forgot that I had to drill a hole in here. So I've got to pop these 2 rivets out. I'm hoping that I can just pop these two rods out and let this piece hang, because otherwise I'm gonna have to uninstall this entire luggage rack. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Don't bleed, don't bleed, don't bleed, don't bleed, don't bleed, come on. I bled myself. Hold on, I gotta go to the first aid kit. Before I put this Band-Aid on, I just want to be clear. I've officially put blood, sweat, and tears into this motorcycle now. I'm not gonna do that. Bandaged. We're now good. This thing goes deep. Look at this little guy. This little guy attacked me. Okay, so let's try to get the other rivet out. I feel like every time you hurt yourself working on your motorcycle, it draws you closer to your bike. So me and the MT10 are a lot closer now. All right, super careful. Not gonna cut myself. I did it. Okay, so the question is, can I just shimmy her down? Come on. Ah, no, I don't. I'm gonna have to remove the whole luggage rack. So the reason I can't get this out is because this guy's in the way. If this wasn't in the way, I could just pop it off, you know, and I've got all of the room here. But, all right, whole luggage rack removal. Just realized if I hurt my finger, I'll probably hurt my eyes too. It's been too long since I've worked on a bike. Forgot to wear my safety goggles. Okay. All right, let's not puncture our other finger, and let's get these bottom pieces off. Okay, now side panel just comes right off. Guys, this was that hole that I was talking about. This little guy, that was not like that was stuck on the luggage rack. But now I got the whole piece off. Good for us. And the other side, yeah, sweet. All right, step 3. All right, guys. Next up is removing the seat latch crossbar. So. I don't like being on my side. My tools aren't over here. This is annoying. That should be all the cables for that area. Now, the next step, there should just be 4 bolts and we can pop the whole fender off. I'm going to disassemble the stock fender real quick just so I can run these wires and double check that I'm taking the right things off and snipping the right wires. This is the brake light. Now, just so you guys can see, the brake light here goes down the middle. It's that middle guy. That's the brake light. That's the turn. That's the turn. That's what we're working with. We got to cut this guy 4 inches from the connector. All right, so to be clear, I looked for a tape measure and cannot find one, so we are estimating. That's definitely 4 inches. That's what she said. All right, guys, next up, we are salvaging the turn signals, which is totally fine with me because the MT10 turn signals, as you guys can see, these things look kind of cool. I'm not too worried about using the same ones. We should just have to remove these 4 little Phillips heads and figure out how to get them out. Guys, I don't even know if you guys can see this, but inside of here, right here, on the other side of this, is a super tiny little screw. Let's get a tiny screwdriver. Can you guys tell me, how is it that every single thing we do on a motorcycle takes this tiny little Sunix toolkit? Look at this thing. Look how tiny these things are. This is my hand. We use these every single time. Huge investment for motorcycle work. All right, undone. My goodness. What a pain, man. Look how tiny that guy is. All right, so that's one side. Well, how do we get the what? The fender, I've given all of its time. It should have come out, but it didn't, and now it has to pay the repercussions. I fixed it, and I didn't cut myself again. So now you guys know, don't take this little screw out with this cool little kit that I told you about. That's a terrible idea, because then you lose your leverage. And if you lose leverage, you have nothing. Whoo! Okay. Adhere license plate to main assembly. So at this point, it looks like we're on reassembly mode. So let's get the shit reinstalled now. We have an interesting turn of events. I showed you guys that the turn signals kind of wiggle in there, so they provide spacers. Cool, right? I should have 4 of these and I only have 2. So I'll just have to use 1 spacer for one side. As you guys can see, if you put them together, they make the shape. I'm gonna have to use 1 on one side and 1 on the other because I don't have any other options. So that's fun. Route all wiring into storage area, or connect license plate, wire, end to supplied license plate light. See chart. Okay, brake light wiring is done. Might be ugly, but it is functional. So, assuming everything works, and before I do all this finalization, I will plug it in to double check, but everything should work now. And it'll get installed right there. So, before we move forward, let's double check everything. All right, we have brake light confirmed. We have turn signal 1 plugged in, turn signal 2 plugged in. Okay, now the test. License plate light on, confirmed. All right, thank God. Woo! All right, everything works. Now we can go for final install. All right, is that gonna hold it? Cool, okay. Now we should be able to get the rest in there. Alright guys, before we get to the final installation of this, when I looked underneath, I realized that there's a little bit more of an opening than there was previously. So I pulled the license plate light out and I just soldered the things together and then wrapped them in electrical tape. That way there's not as much wire exposed. Looks a lot cleaner. I don't know if you guys can really see it. Nothing huge, but that way it'll be a little more cleaner and more weather resistant. So now we'll get to installing everything back to the way it's supposed to be. Now we get the fun of reinstall. Actually, before we even go, let's do one more check to make sure everything's still working. All right, the license plate works. Cool. All right, we have a compatibility issue. Bracket that goes in between the luggage rack will not fit with the new Fender Eliminator. Choices must be made. We will now remove this. Yeah, we have to. All right guys, against my better judgment, this middle bracket connects the two luggage pieces, but we have hardware to attach this little piece right here. This is like the locking mechanism for the luggage. Typically the luggage pieces would connect at the back, and now they're not going to, but hey, they'll fit on there. So if I lose luggage, we know what happened. Don't get a Competition Works Fender Eliminator if you have Yamaha OEM luggage racks. Or do and just know that they won't fit on together. Your choice. Seems fine. This is gonna be fine. The rear lights look like they're sad. Hold on, let me put the let me put the seat on so we can just all appreciate how hilarious this is together. Oh. Guys, I don't think you're ready for it. My way. Look at it. They just sag down. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to get different ones of these for sure. That being said, look at the side profile now. So much better. Heck yeah. So if it wasn't for my stupid luggage rack, which by the way, feels incredibly stable. I ain't worried about that little center bracket at all. This part just sucks that these are actually like touching right here. It is what it is. All right, so there we go, guys. Competition Works Fender Eliminator kit on a 2019 MT10. So that's all I got for the install. Hopefully I can get some photos of this thing and use it as a thumbnail, because that would be better than this cramped shop right now. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about the competition Works. See how, you know, it's a requirement for a motorcycle to have something like this. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go eat because I'm starving. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit that like button if it helped you out at all. I'm Chaseontwowheels. Make sure to subscribe for motorcycle content, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Later. All right, outro crew, thank you for getting to the end of the video. If you're in the outro crew, that means you made it to the end of the video. So I need you to do two things. One, hit that like button, even though I know you already did. Also, when you comment on this video, put OC before your comment. What that does, it confuses literally everybody that hasn't made it to the outro crew before. And they're all like, what's OC mean? Bitch, we know what OC means. You don't know. Oh, well, anyway, guys, let me know, is a Fender Eliminator kit on your list of like if have motorcycle must have mod? Because it is 100% for me. I imagine it's the same for a lot of you guys. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. We'll see you guys on the next one because we love you a little bit longer. Later.